Hi, thank you for watching Digging to China. I'm Dang Xiang. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. On one hand, close to 11 million young Chinese men and women graduated from college this summer, a historical high. On the other hand, China's economy has slowed significantly in the first half of this year. It means there are fewer urban jobs available. Small businesses have been hammered by China's sweeping COVID lockdowns, and small business is a major source of jobs. China's huge tech sector is also facing a severe jobs crisis. The tech industry was long the main source of well-paid employment in China, but major companies have been downsizing to cope with President Xi Jinping's regulatory offensive on private enterprise. According to most recent government statistics, the urban unemployment rate for the 16 to 24 aged soared to a historical 18.2% in May. The figure did not factor in new college graduates for this year, and China only surveys employment in urban areas. Now, China is urging college graduates to seek jobs in the countryside. In early June, the Ministers of Education, Finance, Civil Affairs, and Human Resources and Social Security issued a joint statement. It urges local governments to attract college graduates to work as village officials. The government will offer tax incentives and loans to college graduates who start businesses to serve the rural community, the statement added. Similar benefits will be offered to existing small business in villages that hire college graduates, including in fields such as housekeeping and elderly care. Typically, college graduates in China prefer to work for well-paying companies in major cities, and there is a significant income gap between rural and urban areas. But this is not the first time in recent years that the government has urged them to seek employment in the nation's vast but less developed countryside. In July 2020, when the initial coronavirus outbreak hit the Chinese economy, authorities encouraged the college graduates to move to rural areas rather than clustering in cities and fighting for limited job opportunities. Chinese people in my age group remember vividly a government initiative in the chaotic days of the founder of Communist China. The initiative was known as the Up to the Mountains and Down to the Countryside movement. The policy was launched by communist leaders in the 1960s. It aimed to move privileged urban youth to far-flung corners to learn about farming and politics from poverty-stricken peasants. The result: China's biggest lost generation who wasted their best years in the countryside. But this year, students are running out of options. Qu Fenghua is one of the 11 million college graduates in Shanghai. The business management major told Chinese news site Sixth Tone, "Any job that pays more than 5,000 a month will be fine. The bottom line is earning enough that I can feed myself and save a little. 5,000 yuan is equivalent to $750. If you adjust down your salary expectations, there's always a job for you," Chu added. As business scaled down recruitment due to COVID-19 outbreaks and lockdowns, many undergraduates scramble for places in graduate programs and lower their salary expectations. Meanwhile, many graduates are putting security above all else, focusing their efforts on stable jobs in the state sector. In fact, as early as last December, China's top education authority already warned that the 2022 graduates would have to deal with challenges finding jobs. Things got even worse as major COVID-19 outbreaks and lockdowns hit China's largest cities. By mid-April, less than 47% of the graduates seeking employment had secured an offer, according to online recruitment platform Zhilian Zhaoping. It's a big drop from the 63% recorded for the same period last year. Even some of the 47% who secured a job offer found themselves jobless again in May when companies canceled offers they made. These companies include the bike rental platform Hello Chuxing, second-hand marketplace Zhuan, and the new energy vehicle makers Li Auto and Xiaopeng. Local governments and universities have come up with different strategies to ease the crisis. State-run enterprises in Shanghai announced in early May plans for a 50% hiring quota for the city's fresh graduates. The city will also offer businesses a 2,000 yuan subsidy for each fresh graduate they hire. Schools are also making efforts to connect companies with their graduated students by organizing online job fairs. Wang Hongzhou is the head of Shanghai Ocean University. He even started pitching his students via online video shopping. Dressed in business casual outfits, Wang read the student's resume aloud to an online audience of recruiters, with 5 or 6 companies committing to attend each session and follow up with students afterward. Wang had more than 30 online sessions this spring. For many undergraduates, continued education pursuing postgraduate program is a viable option. The calculation is simple. 1. A bachelor's degree is no longer competitive in this job market. 2. Staying in school does not cost much, with graduate tuition usually no more than 5,000 to 10,000 yuan per year and the campus food and housing heavily subsidized. It's an affordable way to keep out of the job market for a few years. Higher degrees do seem to pay off. A research team from Peking University surveyed over 20,000 graduates from universities in 19 provinces in 2021, and found that each new degree gives the average student an approximately 50% bump in starting salary, from under 6,000 yuan a month for bachelor's degree holders to just over 10,000 yuan a month for a master's to almost 15,000 for PhDs. But the competition to get into postgraduate programs is also fierce. According to the Ministry of Education, more than 4.5 million students signed up to take the postgraduate program exam in December, an increase of 800,000 from the previous year. The estimated number of seats in the country's postgraduate schools is about 1.2 million. That means no places for close to 3/4 of exam takers. Get a job in state-run enterprise or in a public institution means stable job and security. But competition for these jobs is fiercer than ever. Like a graduate school, getting into the civil service requires a top score on an exam. Over 2 million people signed up the civil servant exam this year. In the past 12 years, the number had been fluctuating between 1.3 million and 1.6 million. This year, an average of 68 candidates will be competing for one civil servant job. For many Chinese college graduates, they must dream small, at least for now. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. Just click the subscribe button right here. I'll see you again shortly. Until then, be well.